This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here. But also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Bernstein. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Now. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Takes off in a bootleg. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Right, the defense, great job. They win this battle. Trying to contain the tight end in the passing game can be very difficult in today's game. But they did it in a big way there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the ground. The senior makes an excellent catch there and is brought down.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Stops short of the marker after just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they get the conversion there. Set up now first down at the 38.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And the Nittany Lions pick up enough to get a first down there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Here's the second down play. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Setting the tone early for how about the execution opening drive of a conference championship game.
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. Usually it takes you maybe a series or two to just kind of get settled in, especially with all the hype. But not this offense. Got to give them a lot of credit. They were ready to go, and it really showed up on that opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Keeping it on the ground here. Slams right into a wall. They've got it for a loss. But the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle. Kirk showing some quickness for his size.
Now, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Let's it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They're going to run it here. Picks up the first, looking for more. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. It's a shotgun run call. He goes nowhere. Stop pulled behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is, leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Grabbed by the receiver. And he's brought down just... The marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped into the field, ready now for the 2nd period. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on 4th down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a 1st down.
The Buckeyes line up with a 1st and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Looking to throw it again. Touchdown, Ohio State. Adds 6 more points to the total. Here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Remember, last segment scored a touchdown defense to come up with a stop. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. This goes on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him run the football the way he is today.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He's got the first and still going. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Short throw complete to the tight end. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Second down after that previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Breaks free.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Out of the gun now on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
First and 10 now for the offense. Looking for a man. Quick throw over the middle. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Now it's 2nd down here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Important third down play coming up. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught over the middle. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. It's an option look. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
How about that? Big time call by the quarterback there to keep it on fourth down just to get what they needed to stay on the field. That is a gutsy call by the offensive coordinator.
The Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now.
Sensing some urgency in this red zone. First down play, good job of pressuring the quarterback, pushing him back and putting him in a tough spot now on second down.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the wideout goes in motion. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw to his receiver. Diving. What a play by that receiver. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. They'll run the option. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Away to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the third quarter going. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it on a crossing route. He stopped it with the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. Has the first down and more. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And it's a direct snap. And he's going to get swarmed. The defense all over that Wildcat look. Didn't work at all.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, what a grab! And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. It's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl route, Cook, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that first down.
Nowhere to run up the middle. Important second down play coming up. Send the back in motion. second down, they're going to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. The catch is made, and he does. The foot down, the rule of the catch, a big gainer.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. The Nittany Lions looking to keep this drive moving. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Jump on top here in the second half.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. After putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
First down, looking for more now. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense reacts quickly. A very short game on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Second down after that completion. Short connection to the tight end here. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Buckeyes move into the red zone. On first down, it's play action. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He'll throw it now. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's down at the 3-yard line.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Buckeyes come to the line with first and goal. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Boy, what a tough matchup for this defense. What are you going to do down inside the 5-yard line? The quarterback knows that he has a mismatch, just puts it up in the air and lets the big man climb the ladder for the score.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Play of the drive now, set up at the 24. We'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. We get to the end of the third, and we have a conference championship classic on our hands. Let's check out the stats real quick. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
for the offense. They'll try to run for the first down. The Nittany Lions churn out another first down.
How about that, Chris? 3rd down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close, but they're going to give them the first down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll raise 2nd inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on 2nd down. Design quarterback run. Breaks free. Now here he goes. Past the 20. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. He makes the grab. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
Facing 2nd and goal. The big fullback's got him here. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. We'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. They try to sneak it for the first. Oh, and he did not get there. The defense rising up against this elite 3rd down offense.
Usually with a quarterback sneak, the worst thing that could happen is he gets stopped for no gain. This guy's trying to make something happen that's not there, and he loses yardage on 3rd and inches. Now we got 4th down.
No field goal try here. We're going to try to break the tie with a touchdown in the final quarter. Quarterback's got it on the option. Touchdown, Penn State. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back out of the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
And that's just a great job by this defense of affecting the rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the 4th quarter, trying to come back to win this game, and the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here. 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he cannot make the catch over the middle on the crossing route. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous. Lost his concentration and drops the ball.
Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make play to win it. Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. Ball handed off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
A conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Finds his man. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line. Nothing on that play makes it 2nd down and goal from the 2. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Incomplete. He was good as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
4th down now, and defensively, you know you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Wants to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It goes down quickly.